Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear students, I hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well. Welcome to our online platform of NIVS Home School. Dear students, now I am going to conduct a Bangladesh Global Studies class for the students of class 6, and our today's topic is from chapter 4, lesson 1, 2, 3 and 4 discussion. Okay? Dear students, so let's discuss it from your textbook. Introduction to population of Bangladesh. Okay, that means this lesson deals about the population of our country. The number of people in our country is more in comparison to its area. In this country, 1015 people live in per square kilometer, census 2011. Bangladesh is the 8th largest populated country in the world. In class 3, 4 and 5, we have learned about the state of population of Bangladesh. Then we have learned nothing about demography. In this chapter, we will know about demography and various elements that influence the change of population. Okay? Now, so dear students, here you will get a lot of MCQ. This 1015 people, census 2011, and 8th largest populated country, all these are too much important. Okay? Now let's come here. Lesson 1, Introduction to Demography. Sumaya is teaching number of her young brother, Shupal, told her to count the number of people in their family. With great enthusiasm, Shupal counted not only the people of his own family, but also the number of people living in their 3-storied house. Okay? In this way, the number of people living in a locality or state can be counted. In a particular time, how many babies are born, how many die, how many people of which age live, how many are married, how many have migrated to other places, or how many have come from other places can be calculated. Okay? Thus, the calculation or measurement of population related facts of a location or a state is called demography. Okay? Dear students, I am reading this line again. Be alert. The population, the calculation or the measurement of population related facts of location or state is called demography. Okay? Analyze the world demography. 2 words are found. Okay? That means if we analyze the world's demography, we will find 2 words. One is demos and the other demos, which means people, and the other is graphy, which means measurement or description or quantity. Okay? So demography means the calculation or description of population. Demography is also called population science. Okay? Dear students, this is about lesson 1. Now lesson 2, 3 and 4. Dominant elements for change of population. The dominant elements for change of population are birth rate, mortality rate, migration, marriage, social mobility and so on. Okay? Dear students, all these elements are too much important for you. Sharna, Dipti, Sadi, Shihab, Suma and Asan are of the same age. Fearing the news that young brother has been born to Sharna, her friends have come to see him. Sadi has informed that her uncle has become father of our daughter. The baby looks very cute. Dipti said that her elder brother had settled in USA, that means United States of America. Listeners, although this is abbreviation USA, so before abbreviation we have to use definite article D, okay, and it's represent a place. In this discussion, Shiab informed that his elder brother had got married, but Sumaya is upset. His father died few days ago. Hassan is of course happy because his youngest maternal uncle has got a job and he has come to Dhaka from Khulna. His uncle will now stay with them. Yes friends, although all these are some incidents, but all represents the influence of either growing the population or decreasing the population of a locality. Okay? Birth of Sarna's brother, birth of Sadi's uncle's daughter, staying of Hassan's youngest maternal uncle with them have increased the population in each family. On the other hand, migration of Dipti's brother to America and death of Sumaya's father has decreased population in their two families. Okay? So the population of any family can increase or decrease. This number is changeable. Okay? This change takes place due to a birth, death, marriage, migration, social mobility and so on. In this way, the birth rate, mortality rate, marriage, migration, social mobility, etc. can increase or decrease the population of a country, i.e. It's subject to change. Okay, that means it's subject to change. That means population will change its normal, either increase or decrease. Now we shall learn about these elements, that means birth rate, mortality rate, migration, marriage and social mobility. Dear students, birth rate, it's quite easy for you. Generally, birth rate means the number of living children both to every 1,000 women of particular country in a particular time. The increase of birth rate is one of the reasons for the increase of population. It's very normal that if the birth rate is too much, then the population will increase too much. Okay? In the countries like Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, etc., birth rate is high. However, birth rate is low in some countries like the USA, Canada and Australia, etc. Okay? That's just from here you may know that which country's birth rate is too much and which country's birth rate is low. Okay? Then mortality rate. Usually the end of life is called death. Mortality rate is also measured in per thousand. It's determined by how many people of a certain age die in per thousand people. Decrease of mortality rate is one of the reasons for increase of population. Okay? That means if the mortality rate decrease, then the population of that area would increase. Development of medical science and other technologies has resulted in the decrease of mortality rate in Bangladesh for some decades. In 1990, the mortality rate of below 5 years old children was 144 in per thousand. But in 2015, child mortality has only 38 in per thousand. It has decreased to a great extent. Dear students, then migration. Migration means people's movement from one place to another within the country or from country to another. Migration is of two types. One is internal migration and other is international migration. Dear students, internal migration means if anyone comes to any place within the country, that is called internal migration, and international migration means if anyone changes his country, that means if anyone changes his country or come to another country, that is called international migration. And after this migration you will know about marriage. Dear students, for the relationship of marriage, the population of a country also may increase. That means if anyone from Bangladesh go to USA, then get married there, then the population of USA would increase. Okay, and social mobility also impacts the the impacts of the population of a country. Dear students, this was all about your lesson 2, 3 and 4 from chapter 4. So you have a homework number 3. Make 5 MCQ. Okay, this is your homework number 5. Dear students, this is the end of the class. I hope you all got understand today's class, and this is the end of the class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.